going on, everybody? Alright, if you know me, you know I speak my mind. As in doing this, I am not in any way going to mention names. I'm not attacking no one. I'm just stating the things the way I see them, my opinions, the way I view them, and what I have learned. I've been getting a lot of questions. Are you going to boycott the 4's and the 11's, the Bred 11's, the Bred 4's? And it seems to be the little thing that's going around right now to try to wake Nike up, I guess you could say. To wake the Jordan brand up as to what's going on with the killings and the stabbings and all the bullshit you have to deal with, the resellers and everything. Well, here's my opinions, my thought, and what I see. I'm at the computer, since I work online and run my own business, I'm at the computer 12 plus hours a day, working, reading, video watching, video making, whatever the case may be. All right, and here's what I see it as, how I see it across the board. First off, there are like 4 different things that people are standing for on, well, 3 that are mentioned, but I'm going to throw a 4th in on why they're boycotting. And then you have the people who are saying that they can't boycott because it's not narrowed down to one particular thing. Well, in my eyes, if you're going to boycott something, it doesn't really matter the reasoning if it's all for the greater good. As in, it's about the sneaker community, what's going on now with everything. And to me, it's just the change, it's the progression of where things are. But it's, in my opinion, it's not going to stay that way. And I'll explain all that later. But, where was I? There are 4 different reasons why I see that there's, that some people call a problem, or as I like to say, changes that have happened in the shoe game. One of them is the way retailers are supporting resellers. All right, when you have major retail brands supporting resellers, well, obviously that's going to change things. I mean, if I had a connection and people were and somebody said, "Hey, do you want to buy these 20 pairs of freaking foam posits to resell?" I'll be like, "Hell yeah, I do. That's a tough life out there. I want to make some money too." But so that's one. Second is the resellers themselves. You know, if you don't like it, don't buy from them. I have bought from resellers before. As of right now, I'm not really doing that as kind of my boycott, if you will, to the whole situation. Then there's also the quantity of items that Nike is putting out there, that they're producing. All right, the demand is a lot higher than the supply, and Nike has control of that. And they also have control of another problem, and that's the quality of the shoes they're putting out. Okay, so let me start first about the major brands or the major retail chains supporting resellers. When you're letting people buy 10 pairs of shoes, you're supporting resellers. Now, I'm not knocking anybody. I'm just throwing everything out there and saying what it is. Maybe you should just sell one, get to the back of the line if you want to buy more, whatever. I'm not here to create any scenario. Well, I'm going to try not to create any scenarios for the change. I'm just going to try to address or share the issues at hand. You have also, when you have people who are connected with other people in major brands, like a big seller in the Midwest here, who gets his supplies from what I hear. I do not know this is a fact. It's just I've heard it from many people on the street while I was visiting this town, this city. I heard it from several different people that House of Hoops is supplying this reseller with boxes and boxes, cases of shoes before they even hit the public. now, like I said, I'm not dogging them because I bought from them, okay? But if you don't like it, don't buy from the people. There was a video, a person who's, you know, I've never met the guy. I'm sure he's a great guy. He seems to be on video. Who is boycotting the 4's and the 11's because of resellers. But yet in his video, he's got a sticker of one of the major resellers who sells for over retail prices. So it's kind of confusing. I think there's a lot of people out there who don't have the whole picture. You know, they may be standing for something for all good intents and purposes, but yet not even realizing that they're also supporting it, whether you're buying from them or not. You know, so if you're going to do something, you have to do it right. You have to get all your ducks in the row, so to speak, for the reasoning why you're doing it. Now, do you need one particular reason? I don't believe so, because the bottom line reason is literally Nike's bottom line. If you change Nike's bottom line, you're going to get change. All right. From what I'm noticing, it doesn't appear like, I don't know. I'll have to Google it and read some news reports and whatever. But I got a feeling that Nike is kind of struggling right now for some reason, and it definitely ain't because of the demand of their product. So I don't know, but that's a whole nother story. But if you're going to stand for something, go in 100%. If not, it's pointless. But I feel that no matter what your reasoning behind to better the sneaker community, you don't need one particular reason. The sneaker community as a whole could be the reason. Getting Nike's attention could be the reason. Okay? You have another reseller who resells at you know, over retail prices, who's lately been getting, I never bought from this person, but who's been getting his product kind of ridiculed lately about the quality that he is selling. And I have people asking me, do you think the stuff that he's selling is fake? I don't know. I've never bought from the person. I've always had a kind of a red flag go up when I see stuff, so I just stay away from red flags. I don't think he's selling, I mean, from outside looking in, I don't think he's selling fakes. He's got a connection with a connection that has, you know, he's got a connection with somebody who's got a great connection within Jordan Brand, from what I understand, and within Nike. So I don't think he's selling fakes. Now, does he have a great hookup for as many B grades, awesome B grades as he wants? Maybe so. Is it wrong that if that's what's happening, that's not the way they're being sold as? Yeah. But, you know, I don't know the details of all that situation, so all that's just speculation and opinions from what I see, what I visually see online, and pictures I've seen, communications, blah, 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 videos. So I can't really say there. Now, I feel that Nike has addressed the one of the main key problems, and that is the quantity of the items. Because if you look back, okay, I've been buying to resell stuff, not newer stuff, unless I get it from a reseller, but the quantity of items lately and the restocking of items has put a big damper into a lot of resellers. Military 4's, the fire red 4's, the crimson foam posits, and even the gold medal pack that came out. There was extra. There was more thrown out there to kind of alleviate the situation, the tense, the problems. And I mean, I'm in St. Louis. We're not LA, we're not Chicago, we're not New York, but we got an overabundance of product from what I saw, and I was able to get them easy cheesy, no problems at all. So that tells me Nike is trying to counteract the whole problem with the resellers and the violence that's going on with people trying to get shoes. So that's a positive thing in my book. So is boycotting the Bred 4's and the 11's pointless on that regard? Maybe so, because it does look like they have taken notice already and they're doing something about it. Now, on the other hand, you have their quality of their products. I mean, when you're buying grade A product from a major retailer, but yet it looks like it should be B grade, there lies a problem. So in essence, from the reseller I was talking about earlier, what's the difference in buying a B grade type product, if that's what the person's selling, for new retail prices when Nike and the major chains are doing that themselves? So, you know, you can't call kettle black, I guess you could say. But in my opinion, it's all well and good to stand for something, even if it's not very organized, or at least if the details are not agreeable upon everybody's level. The bottom line is you are affecting and making Nike take notice, no matter what your reasoning is for not buying a shoe. If you don't buy it, you're going to affect the resellers. You're going to affect Nike. Bottom line. Obviously, the resellers are going to get hit first, but Nike is already taking care of that in my eyes. When the last Kobe's came out, no, I don't know if they were last, but the cheetah leopard prints, whatever the hell they are. Here lately, even with the Fire Reds, but more importantly with the Kobe's, I said if I walk in and I get them, I get them. If I don't, whatever. I'm not going to buy them from resellers. I'm just not going to get them in my collection. Well, I walked into House of Hoops at 6 p.m. and was able to get the Kobe's. That tells me there's a lot more out there. So like I said, it doesn't matter the reasoning you stand for something. Just stand for it. Because in the end, it's going to one place, and that's Nike. And if they're already addressing the reseller problem by putting more shoes out there, well, guess what? If you don't buy it, that means not only are some of the last-minute resellers who think that they're going to make some money off of it's going to, you know, stock up, there's still going to be some on the shelves. All right? And then the resellers are going to be like, oh, shit, I can't even move these. All right? I've been buying clearance shoes and hunting out clearance shoes to resell to kind of support the habit. Just like every sneakerhead in the past has ever done. You buy a little to support your habit. You don't go wild crazy with it, kind of like a unwritten code of ethics, but, you know, buying one or so or going out and getting clearance items or whatever the case may be is never that big of a deal in my eyes, in my opinion. The Gold Medal Pack. I've been buying shoes off of people also, whether they're dead stock or very near dead stock. Like if I want a shoe, if somebody throws it up on eBay and they've only wore it 2 times and it's below retail, I'm going to buy that as opposed to buying it from a reseller who's selling it for, you know, 50, 75, 100 bucks over retail cost. I wear my shit anyway, so I don't care if it's been worn a couple of times by somebody else. You know, as long as it looks nice, I'm good to go. So my point, on the other hand, was I've been buying shoes from resellers who have bought and stuff, trying to become an entrepreneur, so to speak, and falling on their ass. All right, when you know a kid's got $800, $1,000 tied up in shoes, and they're not moving, they start freaking out. All right, if they're not businessmen and they don't have that kind of money to sit on, they're going to freak out. Within that, I've bought several new releases for under retail prices, dead stock. And so from the first-hand point of view, it's definitely having an effect on resellers. Also, too, some of the big resellers I had talked about earlier, their product is not moving right now. If you're friends with them online or whatever, you can see that their stock is not dwindling the way it used to. So everything is starting to come back into the line, I guess you could say. It's starting to Nike's starting to mend it, basically. And by putting out an excess of, starting to put out more quantity of the product. And within buying like I bought 2 Golden Moments packs for, one for about retail, was probably about a little bit over retail. So he may have made $20, $30 on that one. But then the other one I bought, he lost money on. So in the end, he probably broke even. All right. So for a reseller who don't know what the hell they're doing or trying to do it for the first time to try to make a quick buck, they're going to freak out sitting on that kind of money. And they just want to move the stuff and get their money back. And then in me doing that, what I was also able to do is throw them up on eBay and undercut everybody, and in essence bringing down the resale value of that particular item. So there's many ways out there you can change the game, but you've got to stick to it and do what you feel is necessary, and don't make up excuses why you're not going to do it. If you're going to do it for your reasons and your reasons only, because it will affect the bottom line. And that's all that matters in the situation, is affecting the bottom line. Because when the bottom line affects, it wakes people up. Period. So, like I said, this video is not made to put down anybody, or, you know, if anybody got offended, sorry, that wasn't my intentions. It is what it is. The truth is the truth, and what wasn't the truth, it was speculation on my part. I addressed that and told you that's what it was. So, if you're going to do something, please know all the details of what you're doing, so you don't look like you're confused, I guess you could say. And just do it. And don't, if you feel strongly about something, do it. Don't just do it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm at a standstill right now. Am I going to boycott the 4's and 11's? No. Unless I go into the store and they're not there. I'm not going to buy them from resellers. I'm just not going to add them to the collection. Bottom line. And if everybody would stop buying from, if you got a problem with resellers, don't buy from them. If you want to try to stand up for things but you don't know how to do it, that's one way you could do it. And I've addressed many in this video. So do what you want to do, because it'll eventually affect the bottom line if Nike themselves are not changing things already, because they're the only ones who can make this change. They are the captains in this ship. They are the biggest shoe company on the planet. Their shoes are the ones everybody's doing this over. So only they can change it, unless everybody sticks together and makes them notice. And that's the only way it's going to change. So don't make excuses. Just do it for your reasons if you're going to do it. If you're not going to do it, don't sit there and say, well, I would do it, but. No, you either do it or you don't. Don't be ashamed either way. It doesn't matter. You are you, do what you do. It doesn't matter. But don't bitch about something if you're going to support something. All right? Don't say you're going to not do something because of resellers, but yet you're supporting a reseller in your background. You may not know it, but, you know, so just get your ducks in a row. Do it for your reasonings, but commit and be thorough with your reasonings. And that's all you need to do. If you got heart and commitment, it's going to work out. Period. Bottom line. So, Nike don't need any more bad press. And with the killings and stuff, people know they were in line for Nike shoes. So they're changing that. I guarantee that. But, and that is in turn slowing down the resellers. It's getting rid of the little kids or the people who wanted to try to make a quick flip because they saw these foam posits going for $17,000, and they want to go out and try to make an easy killing, basically, for lack of a better term. So find a conviction, stick with it, and that's all you can do. If everybody finds conviction and sticks with it, it'll change. Period. Bottom line. So no excuses, just do it if you're going to do it. And don't say you're going to do it if you're not. So that's all I got to say, I guess. A little long there, 20 freaking minutes. But sorry if you got offended. I didn't want to mean to offend nobody. I was just trying to point everything out as to the way I see it, and that is what it is. Later.